All right, Kristen, thank you. In just 2 weeks from now, Albuquerque will be without a police chief.
Because yesterday, Chief Ray Schultz officially announced that is when he is going to retire and call it quits. Chief Schultz says that despite a federal investigation, lawsuits, and a lot of negative publicity about the police shootings here, the department is in great shape and is better now than when he took over 8 years ago.
And I can say this without question, is that we are very, very blessed to have one of the finest police departments and most committed resources, and that being the people who work for us, of anywhere that I have ever seen.
Mayor R.J. Berry named Deputy Chief Alan Banks on the left there as Schultz's temporary replacement. The city will spend up to $25,000 on a national search for a new chief. In the past, remember, the mayor said he would not name a new chief until after the mayor's race that is just 2.5 months away. Now with that, the future of Albuquerque's police department is up for grabs and will probably be shaped by the 3 men who are running for mayor right now. And yesterday, all of them had something to say about Chief Schultz's announcement.
Chief Schultz is a tremendous leader, and he's brought about real change in the Albuquerque Police Department.
This chief should have been removed long ago. He should have been left long ago, and now it's going to take many years for us to recover.
He's allowed this chief to stay this long and take this department from being one of the top in the United States to being faced with a takeover by the Justice Department.
Pete Dinelli and Paul Hay there both say they'd completely replace APD's top brass if elected, with Dinelli favoring a national search for a new chief and Hay preferring a local candidate. Mayor Berry says he will do a national search, but isn't ruling out giving interim Chief Alan Banks a job for good. That's if the mayor is elected again. Elizabeth?
The University of California Board of Regents confirms Janet Napolitano as the first woman to lead the 10-college system. The Sandia High School grad and former Arizona governor is leaving her post as U.S. Homeland Security Secretary. A search committee unanimously picked her for the California job, but some critics are saying that she has little experience in education, and a couple of dozen protesters upset about her record over deporting illegal immigrants actually disrupted yesterday's meeting and were removed by police. Back here at home, Belen is one step closer to getting a new hospital. The Valencia County Commission agreed to give mill levy funds to a Belen facility if the city allows an approved plan. Now, the city has 6 months to meet certain requirements. Commissioners say those mill levy funds would not be handled or handed over to the hospital as long as the hospital accepts its first patient and would cover operational costs. Los Lunas is still working to build its own hospital without levy funds.
All right, a lot of people, they're excited about that. They've been looking forward to getting a hospital in the county for quite some time. Okay, 5:33 on this Friday. You are going to see a lot of extra people in Nob Hill tomorrow for the big Summerfest.
Yes, it's a huge block party designed to boost businesses along Central Avenue. But some businesses, we've learned, say it could actually do the opposite. News 13's David Romero is live out in Nob Hill with details on this. Kind of interesting, David. Some businesses, I guess, not too happy about this event.
Happy, but they're still kind of taking it in stride. You know, no doubt they're going to not turn away any business at this point, especially in this economy. They're welcoming it all. And of course, there will be a lot of people here tomorrow night. But for some of those businesses that need to get regular customers in and out in a timely manner, tomorrow may come with a challenge.
And we run on really tight schedules as our appointments we're pretty busy, so the parking and the access to Nob Hill is really limited and really pain in the rear. But you know, it's also a great thing. We get a lot of exposure and people walking around. It's great to see the business and people come in and ask a lot of questions.
Again, it's still expected to be good news for some who may not be too familiar with all the small businesses and restaurants that line up along Central in Nob Hill. And Summerfest organizers will close off a 1-mile section of Central in the heart of Nob Hill and offer free entertainment on 2 different stages while shoppers make their way past all the nearby businesses. Now, as for that entertainment, there are going to be 2 stages where the entertainment will be taking place. One is right here at Central and Girard. The other is down the way at Central and Washington. And of course, all the bands are expected to play for Summerfest, and everything kicks off at about 2 in the afternoon until 10:30 at night. Elizabeth, back to you.
All right, sounds like a lot of fun, David. Thank you. And if you want to get some more details on Summerfest along Route 66 this weekend, find it on our website. Just go to krqe.com and look under KRQE links. Well, how would you like to own a bar of gold? If you've got the cash, and there is one up for grabs. Listen to this. This 7-pound bar worth more than $100,000 is just one piece of unclaimed property the state is putting up for auction. All of the items come from safety deposit boxes that were abandoned years ago.
They include nearly 9,000 items, including jewelry, coins, watches, comic books, stamps, toys, antiques, collectibles.
Now, anyone can claim their stuff before July 27th, auction at Bentley's auction in Albuquerque. If it's sold, they're entitled to the money it made at the auction. Now, the rest of the money will go into the state's general fund.
5:36 now. Once the center of the U.S. auto industry, the city of Detroit is now filing for bankruptcy, the biggest city ever in the country to do that.
This is very difficult for all of us, but if it's going to make the citizens better off, then this is a new start for us.
Michigan hired emergency manager Kevin Orr back in March. He's been trying to convince creditors, the city's union and pension boards to accept as little as 10 cents on the dollar as he's restructuring those cities' finances.
That Detroit is simply was not on a sustainable footing, continuing to borrow, continuing to defer pension payments, continuing not to pay its bills on time, continuing a deepening insolvency. $18 billion. If we took $200 million off $1 billion budget.
Detroit's finances have been ravaged and its neighborhoods hollowed out by people and auto manufacturing slowly leaving the town. Population there peaked in the 50s. At one point, 8 million. Now it's about 700,000. 250,000 people left between 2000 and 2010.
Well, imagine coming home to find out your house is missing. That is what happened to a family in Fort Worth, Texas. Listen to this. The city says a demolition crew came out and knocked down the wrong house, leaving only the concrete foundation. When the family arrived home, they just could not believe what they saw.
We came around Silver Creek and my wife, looking for the lot. My wife said, "David, I think the house is gone." And I'm like, "What?" And we looked up there and sure enough, it's gone.
Cannot even imagine. The homeowner there, David Underwood, says the house had been in his family for decades. His personal belongings and family antiques all in the home, and they cannot be replaced, he says. Fort Worth city officials say that the crew was supposed to demolish a nearby home. They're now looking into how they made such a colossal blunder.